I'm Marissa Melton. President Donald Trump says he's cutting U.S. funding to the World Health Organization while his administration reviews the agency's handling of the coronavirus pandemic. Trump said late Tuesday the WHO played a role in severely mismanaging and covering up the spread of coronavirus. He contends the UN agency failed to carry out what he said was its basic duty to investigate the early reports of the virus that were coming out of China when the outbreak began in December. There's been no reaction so far from the WHO. Trump has been on the defensive recently because of accusations in the media and elsewhere that he failed to recognize the seriousness of the coronavirus outbreak early enough to give the U.S. more time to prepare. India, France, and Nigeria are among several countries whose leaders are extending lockdowns aimed at stopping the spread of the novel coronavirus as the number of confirmed cases worldwide approaches 2 million. With the number of infections in his country at close to 11,000, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced Tuesday a nationwide lockdown would run through May the 3rd. French President Emmanuel Macron gave a late Monday televised address saying France's lockdown would last through May the 11th. Nigeria is also adding 2 more weeks to lockdown orders for major cities, while Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said a 48-hour weekend lockdown would be repeated this week. By far, the most cases have been found in the United States, which accounts for close to 600,000 known infections, around 1/3 of confirmed cases worldwide. The hardest hit area is the state of New York. There are more than 106,700 cases in New York City and 195,000 cases in the entire state. That's more than Spain or Italy. This is VOA News. Reopening the economy has led to a spat between the New York governor and the president. On Monday, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo announced he and 6 other state governors have established a coalition to coordinate plans to reopen businesses. Questioned about that move, President Donald Trump declared Monday he had total authority to determine when states could begin to reopen their economies. Cuomo responded on Tuesday. He said attempts by Trump to apply federal authority over the states would trigger a constitutional crisis. Also Tuesday, California Governor Gavin Newsom, one of the first state governors to tell people to stay home, was expected to announce his administration's plan for allowing Californians to begin to resume their normal activities. It was a good day on Wall Street Tuesday. Big gains for all 3 major indexes on optimistic coronavirus news. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 559 points. It closed up 2%. S&P 500 was 3.3% higher, and the Nasdaq rose a hefty 4%. European markets were mixed. London was off a fraction, while Frankfurt and Paris were both 1% higher. Asia also had a good day Tuesday. The Nikkei index was up 3%. South Korea, Australia, and Shanghai all 2% higher, and Hong Kong also closed up a fraction. A lawsuit filed in federal court claims Liberty University failed to protect its students by inviting them back to campus during a COVID-19 stay-at-home order in the U.S. state of Virginia. The class action suit filed by a plaintiff known as Student A says Liberty erred by remaining open and inviting students back to campus, potentially exposing them to the coronavirus, which much of the world is in isolation to avoid. The suit says students who lived on campus in on-campus housing were not expressly forced to move out of their housing, while the university's president, Jerry Falwell Jr., tried to downplay the significance of the pandemic. The lawsuit questions Falwell's comparison of COVID-19 to seasonal flu and his comments made during a March 13th interview on Fox News that people were overreacting to the coronavirus. The lawsuit also takes issue with Falwell's speculation during that interview that the virus was a, quote, Christmas present from China and North Korea. Former U.S. President Barack Obama on Tuesday endorsed his former second-in-command, Joe Biden, for the Democratic presidential nomination, saying Biden was a clear choice to challenge Republican President Donald Trump in November's presidential election. Obama said the country's future hangs on this election and added it would not be easy to defeat Trump. Trump had never held political office before when he won an upset victory in 2016 over former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. The support of Obama, who's still supported among Democrats, could help Biden win the nomination. VOA News.